Hey guys, Chapow here, back with another video for you guys. Now this one is it's a new game that came out earlier, well, last week pretty much, called Paragon. Well, it's not I'm not really sure if it's a new game or not, but it came out free on PlayStation. It was originally a PC game, and now it is a PlayStation game that's free, I believe, just for this month. I'm not quite sure, but basically I've been playing it a lot this past week, like literally like fuckloads, like way too much, just too much, okay? And I decided, because really you can't make gameplays on it because it is quite a long game. It's not got a time limit, so it can go on for as long as possible. So I've not been making any gameplays of it, but I have decided to make a review kind of video on it today, and that is what you guys are basically watching. As you could probably tell from the title, in the background there is just some Chimera gameplay, which is a really good melee character. I prefer range characters. My favourite one is probably Murdoch, who's like a soldier guy with a gun and shotgun and plasma beam abilities, so he's pretty cool. But this time I decided to use Chimera just to see what he was like, because someone else picked Murdoch, so I couldn't be him. So I picked Chimera. He's actually a really good character. He's probably one of the best melee characters on the entire game. Troy was obviously Grux, and unfortunately at this time Charlie was banned for leaving a game, which we'll get into later on. So I decided to break it down into pros and cons for you guys. So basically, a pro is a good thing and a con is a bad thing. So I'll start off with the pros, just to, you know, tell you all the good things about the game. Now, one of the first things that I realized when I was playing the game is that it's very balanced. There's not many OP characters in it. There's not too many OP abilities, and if there is, there's like a catch-22, and there's something that makes it not too game-breakingly OP and more balanced. So that's really good. I actually picked out like quite early into playing this game, so that's something very good, and something Destiny should probably learn. Looking at you, Last Word. Looking at you, Grasper Malloc. Looking at you, Hawksaw. I haven't really been playing any Destiny, really. Like, because of this game, I haven't been playing any Destiny, which leads me on to my next point, which is that it's very fun. Now, I love Destiny. Destiny is probably still one of my favorite, well, it's probably still in my top 2 favorite games. Probably just beaten by, like, Crash Bandicoot or maybe Spyro, because I liked them when I was younger. But basically, this game is really good, but Destiny, because it is so dry and there's not anything like that you can do anymore, it's not as fun. So I've decided that I'll play this because this is more fun for me. Now, I've already kind of touched on this next point, and that is that it is filled with good characters. There are a lot of good characters like Gideon, Murdoch, Chimera, Grux. They're like my favourite 4, but then there's a lot of other good ones that people could pick, like Grimex is good, Sparrow is good, Feng Mao is pretty good. I'm trying to think of another one. Have I said Gadget? I either said Gadget or Sparrow, but they're really good characters. And it's just, they're so in-depth. Like, all of them have 5 abilities, as you can see in bottom right. They have 5 different unique abilities. They all have, like, 4 different unique skins that you can, like, unlock, or you can buy some of them. Like, I bought Chimera's White Tiger skin, is what it's called. And it's very cool. Unfortunately, I can't get close because I don't know how to fully work the replayability on this game yet. But the skin is very good. I really like it. And then there's master skins, which you get for getting to level 10 on a character, and they're like really cool. So this is something that Destiny needs. This next point: regular new content. This game has only been out a week on PlayStation, and there's already a new character coming in. There's already a new character called Greystone who's coming out tomorrow, which I'll probably be playing around with him a little bit. That sounds a bit weird. Yeah, I apologise for that. But basically, there's a lot of new content. Like, it's a new game and they're already getting a new character. Like, I really like that. I feel like that's something Destiny could have tried a little bit harder to do, rather than, you know, giving us the entirety of year 2 without any big expansions, any big notable expansions, just a few updates and little add-ons here and there, but nothing really substantial, which I hope this game might get. This game might get some DLCs or something, like, you know, big packs of new characters. I don't know, because as I said, it hasn't really been out very long, but it's basically a point on this list because it's only been a week on PlayStation anyway, and it's still in development, so that's pretty good. So another really good thing that I think Destiny should try a little bit harder to unlock is community challenges for in-game rewards. Now basically what this is I'm going to put an image on screen right here for you now, and basically as you can see in the bottom kind of middle area, there's like, it says 80% at the moment, at the time of recording this video, of a challenge complete, which is destroying a core, which is the main objective of a game. I think we needed to, as a community, destroy 2.5 million cores or something like that over the week, and we're on 80% so far, so that's pretty good. And if you take part in this challenge and you're successful in completing it as an entire community, then you'll get a new Muriel skin for this week. I don't know if they'll be doing weekly community challenges. If they do, that'd be really fucking awesome, and something Destiny should definitely try and involve for Rise of Iron, because it's such an amazing thing. It gets the community together. It gives you a good reason to actually play the game over and over again to try and, like, get this challenge completed to then get a reward for it, rather than, you know, just going onto strike playlists for your own achievement, which don't really get you anything else. Now, another thing I really like about this game is it's more tactical. You need to attack as a team. It's not like in Destiny, if you're a really good player, you can go and attack a group of 2 and you have a really high chance of getting both the kills. But in this, you need to be a lot more tactical. You need to be attacking as a team. You need to tell your team where to go. Once you've destroyed one inhibitor, for example, you can then have the idea to go to another inhibitor to open it up so more of your minions can get through. If any of you guys have played this game, then you understand what, like, the terminology is and everything. So it's really good. You need to attack as teams, which is, it's really tactical. I wasted my ability there. That's not very good. But it's very tactical, and, like, you got to communicate to your team, like, tell them attack left, attack right, defend left, defend right, defend middle, going to, like, I'm on my way left, stuff like that. My ultimate's ready. There's a lot of different communication things that you can do so your teammates know where and what to do at the exact time to get the maximum result. So it's really good on that respect. Now, it's grindy. I like grindy games. Destiny, I liked it in year 1 because it was so grindy, but in year 2 it lost that when the April update came and you could get to maximum light in literally about 3 weeks. I got it in 3 weeks without even playing it hardcore at that point because I was pretty much bored of everything. So it's good because you don't level up too quickly. Like, as I was saying before, once you get to level 10 on a character, you get their master skin unlocked. Now, to get to level 10 on this for your characters, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of hours, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of hours, just going into it just to grind and grind to get one master skin. Then you can do that on a different character and a different character. It's just, it shows progression and shows that you actually need to work hard to get to something, rather than in Destiny going in doing easy challenge of elders, get a 335, do that a few more times, and then you've got loads and now you're maximum light, or just get packages to boost you up to higher lights. It's just, that's what I didn't really like about Destiny. I liked it at first because I was like, yeah, I can finally get to maximum light, but then I realised this is just making the game too easy, and Destiny shouldn't be an easy game. It should have a challenge like it did in year 1. Now, another thing that I've already mentioned is that it is a free game. This is very good because it's good quality, it's a good game, and it doesn't cost you anything if you're on PlayStation, unless you had it on PC, which I think it's easier to get like that. But it's a free game, and it's an awesome free game. It's one of the best free games since, I would say, Rocket League, because I haven't really liked any of the new games that have come out like alongside it since then. So basically, you know, I've had a long time of not playing many games. Now, this is a good thing and a bad thing, and I'll get onto it later, but you can't fully leave games. Now, the reason why I think this is a good thing is because it encourages you to not leave. Like, bit of a life lesson, oh, don't leave, don't quit. None of that, it's nothing to do with that. It's just the fact that it's basically, it's a game. You've got to immerse yourself in it. And what's the point in going into a game to then leave? Like, you've got to immerse yourself into the game so you can fully enjoy it. If you don't, and you just leave every game, it's just not going to be fun anymore. So that's a good thing, but I'll get onto why it's a bad thing later. Now, another thing I really like, I don't like it when it happens, but I like looking back on it in a way, if you know what I mean. So, the game gets really intense at certain points. When you're about to take down an enemy core, for example, it gets intense because you're about to get the win. Or, when you're getting chased. Now, this is crazy. When you're getting chased in this game, it's so scary. You have no health, you have none of your abilities charged, you have no mana, and you just have to run for your life. You just have to start sprinting. You're getting chased by like 1 or 2 or 3 people through the jungle. You run into a dead end, you have to try run around them. It just gets so intense and crazy. It's really, really fun, and it keeps you on edge, and it's what makes the game enjoyable and replayable, because you don't always get that sense of, you know, fear and intensity and determination to try and get away from someone in Destiny, for example. It's very, very good in that respect. Now we're gonna go on to the cons. So I don't know how many pros we had. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pros, and we don't have as many cons, I'll tell you that. But there's about 6 cons. So one of my cons is Feng Mao, or Feng Mao, or Feng Mo, however you want to say his name. But the reason why this guy is a con, he's a melee character, but he has like Thunderstrike range compared to every other melee in Destiny, for example. So he can hit you from miles away. He's a pain in the arse to run away from. But not only that, he's also one of the quickest characters, so he's a pain in the arse to run and try and catch. So not only is he running faster to get you, but he's also running faster to get away from you, and that is definitely helped by the fact he has a teleportation ability and lunge and everything, so he can just teleport, go about 10 meters away from you so you can't hit him. He can also then lunge with his hits and get further away from you. It's just really, really annoying. But that doesn't annoy me as much, I would say, anymore, as Kalari and Muriel's abilities. Now these are two... I'm getting chased by one right now. These are two very weak people. They're meant to be kind of stealthy people, but they have abilities where they can jump in the air, so you can't hit them whilst they're jumping up in the air, and then just disappear and go to the opposite side of the map. Like, this annoys me so much, because you can get one down to 1 hit. You're about to get them with your last shot or your last melee hit or anything, and all they do is just boop, boop, and then they're gone, disappeared, other side of the map. They can teleport back to their tower and regen. It's so annoying when you're just about to get that kill and then it's ripped away from you just by them simply activating an ability. It is a bit annoying, but I don't really think they're good characters, so they kind of need it anyway to kind of balance it out a little bit. But anyway, on to the next one. Now this is a really good character. This is probably one of the strongest characters in the game. I mentioned her before when I was on about all the good characters. But Gadget, her abilities, they're really decent. But there's one ability that pisses me off, and it pisses Troy off, and it pisses Charlie off. Gadget's trip mines. Oh my god, how annoying are these? If you guys have ever played against a Gadget, say you're trying to run away, which is annoying because it takes a long time to start sprinting, as I'll get onto a little bit later. So Gadget's trip mines are crazily OP. They are so annoying. Say you're about to run away, one tracks you, you're just about to start sprinting, it hits you, you stop sprinting. It's so bad. Now, onto another con. This was kind of mentioned briefly before, but you can't fully leave games, and they are very long games. So say if you need to go do something, you can't leave the game because your team are depending on you, and if you leave you could get a ban. That's understandable because you shouldn't be leaving games, but it's also annoying for the people who are trying to play, because, you know, it's very time consuming. So if you need to do something, you have to really be having time to play the game, like a raid or something like that, but there's no checkpoints. Also, as I mentioned previously, like briefly, the amount of time it takes to start sprinting is ridiculous. It takes like about 6 seconds to start sprinting, and in that time you can get chased down by someone and get hit, so you stop that and then you have to start the whole thing again. And it's just really annoying. But the last con before we leave here, guys, is that there's only one map so far. Now this is a bit annoying because it just gets repetitive. You just see the same scenery over and over again. You just run through the same things over and over again. But as I said previously, briefly, once again, it is still in development, so you know that could still change. They could bring another map out or something, and that would be very good. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed that video, then please press that like button and that subscribe button, and go do the same to the rest of the Chapow crew. Their names will be in the description down below. Also, go check out ExoGenerzon and Phantom. Their names will also be in that description down below. And I hope you have enjoyed this Paragon review, guys, because, you know, I've not really done any reviews on my channel, so I've just kind of, I thought, you know, I'd do it because I can't really do gameplays on this because, as I've said a lot in this video, they are too long. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next time, and good.